On behalf of Cottonwood Group, I want to welcome everyone. Some of you have traveled from very far to attend this groundbreaking, probably from a place that's a little less hot to here, which is at 75 degrees weather. Nevertheless, I want to welcome you to come here today to celebrate the groundbreaking for the M1 and M2 project, which from this point onwards will be known by the new lifestyle concept it embodies, Ashland Seaport. Boston Seaport is clearly one of the most exciting neighborhood and most valuable square mile in the country, if not the world. And it is the perfect setting for us to debut our lifestyle brand, the Ashland. Ashland Seaport will anchor this community with a new level of design, service, and lifestyle amenities. Our world-class team will deliver an extraordinary and unprecedented standard of luxury unlike anything Boston have seen before. But before we get into that, I have the honor of introducing a leader I admire from afar, and as of last year, got the opportunity to get to know up close over a dinner and a Red Sox game. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts gets to enjoy competitive advantage over other states precisely because of the leadership of Governor Baker, his integrity, and his vision. Most of us don't see the tangible impact the governor makes on our daily lives, like updating public transportation, much needed infrastructure spending, and cutting through red tape that allow companies like ourselves to succeed and provide steady growth for the state. Today is as much a celebration as it is an appreciation to the governor for bringing, for example, GE's global headquarters just a 7-minute walk from where we're standing right now. It is therefore my great honor to introduce you today, Governor Charlie Baker. Thank you, Governor.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much, Alex. And I'm pleased on behalf of the Commonwealth to be here today to celebrate this groundbreaking, which I just pointed out to the mayor. This is the third time in 3 weeks I've been in this neighborhood for a groundbreaking. We were here on a very cold morning a few weeks ago to groundbreak the GE headquarters, which, as Alex pointed out, is a 7-minute walk. And 2 weeks ago, we were over right down the street from here to break ground on a $550 million 1,000-room hotel being developed by Omni Hotels. And today, here we are talking about over 700 residential units here in the Seaport District. And I would just say that I think in some ways this is a great statement about the velocity and the attractiveness of not just the Seaport District, but the city of Boston and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And if you think about the course of the last 5 or 6 years here, the tremendous growth in activity and development and interest in the Seaport District and the city of Boston and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts has been a really terrific push to our economy, to our community, and to our sense of direction. And whether you're talking about healthcare, or you're talking about technology, or you're talking about life sciences, or you're talking about biotech, or you're talking about advanced manufacturing, or photonics, or robotics, or cybersecurity, throughout Massachusetts, we just have a tremendous amount of activity going on. And it's all good because it's all about building what I would call the next generation of great businesses, the next generation of great neighborhoods, and the next generation of great elements that make this city one of the truly spectacular places in the world to operate a business, entertain yourself, or raise a family. And if you think about that on top of the fact that Massachusetts has been #1 in innovation according to Bloomberg and Milliken for the past 2 years and was chosen as the #1 state to live and work in by U.S. News and World Report, all the arrows at this point are pointing in the right direction. And today's announcement is just one more example of that. And Alex, We're very pleased that you and your investors chose to make the Seaport District, the City of Boston, and the Commonwealth of Mass a place and a space in which you were going to put down a big investment of yours, and I guarantee you this will have a terrific return for the city and for your investors. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Baker, for sharing your insights. If you go through a passport every 3 years like I do, you have the opportunity to see a lot of administrations at work around the world, and you will see some of the best and the worst. Bostonians share a competitive advantage with Governor Baker in our State House, but he may be matched by his counterpart in City Hall. Their affinity for each other has been well documented, but their friendship is nothing compared to their shared passion to do good for the people of Massachusetts and Boston. Mayor Walsh led Boston through what could be called a halcyon day of development and reinvention of the city. Population is growing for the first time in a decade. Cranes dot the skyline, housing stock is expanding, and neighborhoods like Seaport are flourishing under his steady hand. The mayor led Boston to the forefront of global innovation-driven economy by attracting industry-leading private sector employers, upgrading the city's digital infrastructure, and using technology to transform government services. He has also provided strong leadership on issues like immigration, substance abuse, and education, while strengthening culture and arts. I can speak from my own experience, from what I see around the world. People want to come here from all over the world. They want to learn here, they want to invest here, they want to raise their children here, because they know they will have the highest level of health care and education compared to anywhere in the world. None of this happened by accident. And so with my honor, I'm here to introduce you the man that had quite a bit to do with all of this, Mayor Marty Walsh.
Thank you very much, Alex. And thank you for that great introduction. As you were introducing me, the governor was hitting me, so I want to thank you for that. I want to thank the governor, obviously, for being here as well today. And we're also joined by City Councilor Bill Linehan, who's with us. Thank you, Councilor Linehan. And I know that State Representative Collins was on his way. I'm not sure if Nick's here yet, but thank you, Representative Collins, as well, for your great work. I want to thank the design team of KPF and CBT, and I also want to thank John Moriarty for the general contractor on this job, the subcontractors that are here. Thank you for your great work. I know that many of you, we see your trucks and your equipment all over the seaport and around the city of Boston. Brian Doherty, the general agent for the building trades this year, and the men and women of the building trades who are going to build this project. Thank you, Brian, as well, for being here today. I want to thank Cottonwood Management. We met several weeks ago in the office and we talked about today and how exciting this is for not just for Boston, but for the entire Commonwealth. The Seaport has grown a lot over the last few years. It's an innovative and global district. It's home to Mass Challenge, the Boston Convention and Exhibition Center, which brings in great shows from all over the world, the Seaport Hotel and World Trade Center, many restaurants, museums, and also other cultural facilities that are on their way to this great area. The Seaport's becoming also a more residential district with more home ownership opportunities. This project brings 730 new condominiums and apartments to this area. It brings 120,000 square feet of retail space. It brings a great, beautiful community space, for both residents and visitors to enjoy. This project's going to connect the residential areas to key transit points in our city, like the Silver Line and Logan Airport. It's also going to help with the water access and the Harbor Walk and the Boston Harbor and to downtown and the financial district. This project's going to pave the way and is paving the way for people to see the Seaport for not just a place to work, but actually a place to live, a place to visit, a place to call home, a place to come and have fun. We're committed in the city to creating more home ownership opportunities in every neighborhood in our city. But we're excited about the collaboration that this project has made possible. That includes our state partners, our local partners, our world-renowned partners, and architects and designs. Thank you. Again, I want to thank Cottonwood Management for tapping into the Seaport's potential. Echelon Seaport furthers this potential by bringing together the elements of residential living, community space, retail, and culture. They're helping the Seaport continue to stand out and thrive. And one of the reasons why I think General Electric decided to come to our city is because they saw great opportunities like what's happening here today. And they see the potential for the future. So again, I want to thank everyone who had something to do with today. I know there's a lot of people that I could be and should be thanking, but I want to thank all of you who are here today to help make this project possible. I look forward to being back here cutting the ribbon. As the governor mentioned, this is our third major groundbreaking in the last couple of weeks here in this neighborhood alone. And it's great to see what's happening in our city, in our Commonwealth right now. So again, thank you very much for being here today, and enjoy this beautiful weather.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for coming on this very toasty afternoon. My name is Rebecca Matson. I'm project executive for the M Parcels project, now known finally as Echelon Seaport. This is Mike Schumacher, who is head of construction, so he's responsible for all this stuff. Glorious mud, it's beautiful, all the great equipment. So all of us on the project team, we're very proud to be here. We've been working on it for a long time. It's nice to kind of step back and think about all the things that make this project unique. First and foremost, we have a 3.5-acre site. If you've walked around it, it's huge. It gives us room to spread out. We can do things that are different here, and different we will be. So first, we engaged KPF Architects, Cohen Pedersen Fox, out of New York City, one of the world's premier worldwide architects, to bring some of that excitement to the Boston scene. And then we paired them with CBT, clearly, hands down, the best residential architect in the city of Boston. So it's a great marriage, bringing it together for the project.
And we went further then to surround them with a group of Boston-based engineer consultants, the preeminent engineers in the city, and then lastly joined them with, as Mayor Walsh mentioned, John Moriarty and Associates, one of their best general contractors in the city.
In our design, we first started with 3 towers. We started with those towers making them very unique in design. Difference in height, difference in materials, eclectic, just like the city of Boston is. We're not just one cookie cutter, so we worked that into the design. You'll notice as you look at the renderings, iconically at the top of the building, we have a tall tower, and then we have step terraces. So as the steel goes up about a year from now, think about what it's like to sit on one of those terraces if it were your private outdoor living room with views to the harbor or the city. Truly spectacular.
From that mass, we carved out an iconic piazza. In the middle of the plaza, there'll be restaurants, shopping on multiple levels. There's amazing spaces for events, landscaping, and a visually dazzling. One of the renderings here you'll see to the left here has a wonderful pedestrian bridge that connects the 2 condominiums that KPF has designed and CBT will execute and JMA will build.
One of the things that makes us unique is that we have over 50,000 square feet of amenities. We asked the architect to start counting it up. We're like, wow, this is a lot of space. Typically in a building, it's maybe 10 or 15,000. Millennium at this huge tower downtown had 25,000, just over. We have 50,000 square feet of space inside and outside the building. Again, we have the room to spread out. We have not 1 but 2 outdoor pools. We have just amazing outdoor spaces, so when the weather is nice, you can actually get out and make the most of it. So that will encompass a lot of space that we can then fill with programming and activities. You'll hear more about that. We'll be opening up our condominium sales office in the fall, and that's when we'll introduce our entire amenities program. So stay tuned.
There's more to come. 5-star hotel residential services will be standard. World-class speaker series, curated lifestyle programming, and much more. We'll unveil details of this amenity package in the coming months, as Becky mentioned, and later in the fall. As you can tell, we're very excited. I'm very nervous to be up there, but bringing this concept of luxury residential living and lifestyle and innovation to the city of Boston. We're aiming to build an iconic project that will make Governor Baker and Mayor Walsh proud of the city, proud of the project.
So we welcome you here to Echelon Seaport. This groundbreaking is a little bit different. It's not just the normal pictures and photos, so as we go through the groundbreaking, you're welcome to mingle and to circulate amongst yourselves, have a drink, have past hors d'oeuvres. We'll be having Ming Tsai joining us at 5:45. He'll be introducing the Echelon cocktail, which is very exciting. So we welcome you to do that as well. Ultimately, we will also have gift bags for you in which you'll see some important items, one of which is dessert, actually. We have dessert. Having Ming Tsai, not necessarily in the building, but he's just one feature of the Seaport community, the wealth of restaurants that are in the neighborhood, and they're opening up day by day. So also in the gift bag, we have something from Barbara Lynch, Menton, and be able to have that in your gift bag. And one of the important things in the gift bag is your newspaper. This neighborhood is so dynamic, we couldn't print just one brochure. It changes every day. So this newspaper is our first one. It introduces some of our favorite things about Seaport and starts introducing Echelon Seaport, and we'll introduce that and keep going as the project progresses.
So by the time we open in 2019, Seaport, as you see it, will have grown into a whole new neighborhood, established as one of the best in the city, and we look forward to discovering this all with you. So I think at this point we're going to grab hard hats and shovels.
Mr. Governor, Mr. Mayor,
dig some dirt.
have a groundbreaking.